Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 6 of the GuitarGuts podcast, hosted by me, Mark Murray. Today, my guest is the great Kristian Posadas, aka Taylor Riff from Instagram. He's a guitarist from Madrid, Spain. He started out actually playing classical. He learned from his grandpa at a young age, so he's been playing most of his life. But then along the lines, he discovered metal and, cut his classical fingernails off, grabbed the pick, kicked the distortion on, and now he's across all genres of metal, playing all kinds of cool stuff. You check his Instagram page out at Taylor_Riff. He also has a YouTube channel. You can find the link to that down in the YouTube description if you're watching the video, or if you're listening to the podcast, then you can go over to GuitarGuts.com. There's a podcast link, and then I got all the links to Kristian stuff. We talk about how he got his start back when his grandpa was teaching him. We talk about his guitar collection. He's got a Vulture. He's got a Snakebyte. He's got some crazy Epiphone Flying V. He's got a Gibson Explorer. He's got a bunch of awesome guitars. We talk about how he records his videos even. We also talk about relationships and the struggles that people go through. And, we're posting guitar videos almost every day on Instagram or YouTube, and a lot of people don't know the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. We don't put that out there. Most of us on Instagram, we're just posting our videos up and putting them out there without any real personal stories behind them. Every day people are going through these struggles. Family members are dying. They're going through breakups. Their dog gets sick. All these things. People just put out what they want you to see. And it's interesting because we're all fighting these battles. And how do you stay motivated when your life is like falling apart around you? You don't want to get out of bed, especially to go make another Metallica video. I mean, the community of Instagram and YouTube is so big. They lift you up and they support each other and they make you feel so good. And you guys are a huge motivation of why we're all doing these things. So thank you to you, the viewers and the listeners of this podcast, and Kristian's fans and friends. Welcome to the podcast. You could follow Kristian on Instagram at Taylor_Riff. Also on YouTube, he's got a YouTube channel, so go to GuitarGuts.com. You're going to find the links to that. Or if you're watching the YouTube video, just scroll down to the description below, and I've got the links to his channels. If you want to support the show, you could subscribe on iTunes for the audio version, write a review. That would help out a lot. Also, over on YouTube, youtube.com/GuitarGuts, you could see the video. So if you're just listening to this, we actually do a video where it cuts back and forth, and you could see the guitars and the facial expressions and everything that we're talking about. We're also on Stitcher. So if you have the Stitcher app, you could listen to the podcast through there. Remember, this podcast comes out every single Wednesday. If you want to get in contact with me, you could write me, Mark, at guitarguts.com. That's my email address. Or on Instagram at guitarguts. All right, another way you could support the show is if you go to guitarguts.com, at the top, there's 2 banners. One of them is for Amazon. If you click that banner, it's going to pull up Amazon completely like normal, just the regular homepage of Amazon, except it's got my code built into it already, which they give me a little kickback. They give me a couple % back from whatever you guys order, and it costs you nothing extra. So a little pro tip is if you go to guitarguts.com, click the Amazon link, it's going to load up Amazon. Save that as your bookmark or your favorite or whatever you have. Just call it Amazon. So every time you click that, it's going to pull up Amazon like normal, but then it's going to give me a little kickback and support the show without you even having to think about it. Another way to support the show is to go support my sponsor, Iron Age Guitar Accessories. So they make cool wooden and stone picks, but they also are the masters of the kill switch. I'm the kill switch king. They're the masters of the kill switch, so you got to keep that right. This is a kill switch. So what it is a little button that you install into your guitar. When you press it, it cuts your signal, so it mutes out your guitar. And you could actually hold it down for a long time. You could press it rapidly in quick succession. Let me show you a little bit. I have one on my Blue Jackson. The next one I'm going to put it on is this green Jackson here. So if you saw my Instagram post from yesterday, this is my Jackson PS4. I've had it for 2 years now. They sent me this black kill switch that I'm going to drop in here. I think I'm going to put it right past my tone down here. It's black bezel, but they sell them with chrome or gold too. So if it match, you can get it to match your hardware. This one's got an LED built in, which they don't all have, but this one does. It's got a green LED, so it's going to match the guitar. They have all different color LEDs. They have different color bezels. You can get one to match exactly your guitar. Super easy to install, very affordable. and they sound awesome. I've got them on a few of my guitars. I love these guys. If you want 10% off, go over to guitarguts.com. The other banner right at the top is for Iron Age accessories. So click that, and then it's going to bring you to their website with the kill switches. At checkout, enter GG-10. It's going to give you 10% off, and then you're going to get a sweet kill switch in your guitar. If you got the LED models, they do take a 9-volt battery, but there's plenty of space in most guitars, so you don't have to worry about it fitting or anything like that. I really love these guys, so go check them out, support the show. I'd love that. Now, let's get into the podcast with Kristian Posadas, a.k.a. Taylor Riff. All right, well, welcome to the podcast, Kristian Posadas. How's it going, man?
Thank you. Wonderful.
Buenas noches.
Yeah, it's almost night here. The sun is still there, but yeah. Thank you for having me here.
Really good to finally see you, in video talking. We've always, been liking each other's videos on Instagram for at least a year, maybe more. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's different. It's completely different thing,
Mm-hmm. So your username, it's at Taylor Riffs. I think I already know the answer, but why is it not Kristian Riffs?
I think because somebody have that name before, because I'm experimenting with the names, and many of them are some people have that name. So that one was free, and I said, okay, this one I like. And also is the truth is inspired in Toby's, Toby Riff. It's inspired because it's simple and easy to read. My full name is very difficult.
I think it's good though, because if you would have got Kristian Riffs, I mean, some people would have thought maybe it's like a religious guitar thing.
Yeah, it's a funny thing that you say, because I have a picture in the sea, and it was something like this, and with my real name, and no, a completely epic fail, not successful at all, really. And when I changed the name, the things changed completely.
It's funny. People sometimes they like to get to know like a real person if it's your real name, but then other times, like mine, GuitarGuts, it's not my name at all. It's this made up thing that for some reason people think it's something bigger than just a person, but it's really just one guy doing it all still.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's something that I didn't notice in the beginning. So that's the reason I changed, and I think I need to find something small, more easy, I think, and it works.
So how long have you been playing guitar? When did you start?
I start at 14. So my grandfather started teaching me, because my grandfather was a guitarist. So he was an Spanish guitarist, not so famous here, but he was very famous in Argentina. So he started teaching me, and that was the beginning. And then I went to the dark side, to the metal. Yes, that's the story.
So did you start on Spanish acoustic?
Yes, classic, and it was my first guitar was a classic guitar. It's from him. So with the finger style, and that was my first licks and all the things.
How long do you still practice that style?
Yes, but I can't have fingernails because of my job. So it's not the same. You need the nails to have the feeling. So not so much. I use a pick.
What about those little picks that you can like stick on the ends of your fingers? You ever try those?
I never tried those. But I don't think it's very good, because it has to have perfect fix, with the not any movement and I don't think that works.
Yeah, I've tried them before. I'm not very good at classical finger picking, but I've tried those things before, and they don't seem to work very well. Like you're saying, they kind of move a little bit. They slide around. It's not attached to your finger.
Yeah, it's not the same. And also the touch of the strings you have to feel the string, because all the vibration and all the thing, it's not possible, I think, for me. So, and also I was doing that with the nail, so I changed the pick and never came back. So,
How old were you when you started going to the dark side, like you said, and listening to
uh,
metal?
I was 22, I think, because it's something like, like a hobby, not like practicing all the time the Spanish guitar, from time to time. And then I watched a band, and my life changed, and I said, "Oh, I have to do that." Obviously Metallica.
Hell yeah.
So then is when I start with all of this, and I'm very fast. I was in a few bands, so it was great.
What was the Metallica song? Do you remember what it was that you heard?
The first one, I think, is one song of the Black Album, but I don't even know the title because at that time we have tapes, the tapes, not the CDs. So one friend gave me a tape, and the Black Album was there. So I was listening all the time, and I said, "Oh my God, I love this!" But in Spanish, I didn't know the titles and all the things. And after the years, when I have the real Black Album, I said, "Oh my God, this one, the tape, I was listening all in the quality of the sound was awful with my Walkman, but that was the first. Yeah.
When you started playing metal, what was your first real metal guitar that you got?
My first, well, not metal a lot, but it was an Epiphone, Les Paul. That was my first. I sold it. I don't have with me anymore, and I have many guitars, and I made many mistakes. Many. I lost awesome guitars. I was listening to you in the last podcast that you sold one of them. I made that mistake 4 or 5 times.
Oh no! What kind of guitars did you used to have that you miss?
Yeah, I have one Eclipse, one ESP Eclipse from 2004. That was a very bad mistake. And also an Eclipse LTD Deluxe, but the sound was incredible. I sold it too. And many of the that sells was to find to buy another guitar. And also, but I sold a Gibson Explorer, and a friend of mine have it, and I all the weeks I called him and I said, how much for the guitar, because I want it again. And he said, no.
And he won't sell it back to you?
Yeah, no, we are friends. So I said, okay, man, think about it. You are not using it a lot. I'm going to use more than you. But he said no, because the sound of that guitar, oh my God.
What kind of
Big
pickups were in
mistake.
it?
The rollers, I think it's 503 and 496, I don't know, air or something like that.
Some of those things, they sound so good.
Yes. A little bit noisy, you have to put the hand in the bridge, because if not, you have the like a static thing. But the cleans, my God, amazing. And also a lot of mids in the sound. It was, and also it's the kind of guitar that is white and became yellow with the years. So that kind of guitar. At that moment, I didn't like that kind of. And now I want to kill myself to do that. But
that sucks. It's so hard to let a guitar go that when you miss it like that.
Yeah. Well, that's life. Is we always made mistakes. Always. Not only with the guitars, with, falling down and going up, with things. And it happens to me many times.
Yeah, well, I mean, like you said, that's a big part of life. I was looking at your page. You have a lot of different metal that you love. I was just the last few videos. You have Bullet for My Valentine, Pantera, Metallica, Mastodon. Iron Maiden, Lamb of
Yeah.
God, As I Lay Dying. Like, you listen to a lot of different music.
Yeah, I'm trying to find challenge, because I know not some of the songs I know I don't know the full songs, because I like that this thing of 1 minute, because sometimes some of the songs I learn in the moment, I learn it's 1 minute, I learn and play. That's it. I recording in the time, so I like this, but I want to find a challenge, you know. My last challenge, really challenge, was the Lamb of God song. My God, that one was difficult. Yes, that was a good challenge to find. And also, sometimes I hear what people are telling me. I want this. I want this. From time to time, I'm doing what they want, because I also like. I always do what I want and what I like. But sometimes they said something that makes me, oh my God, this one could be great. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
I'm with you. Like, usually I don't really, I just do pretty much Metallica and Van Halen and a couple other bands, but once in a while, like, there's a guy I saw, he was singing, like, Sting, the singer.
yes, sure.
He was singing a Sting song, and he sounded so good. And then I thought, because I also like Journey, I was thinking his voice could work with Journey, so me and him might start doing a collaboration together. And it's so much different. It's gonna be a challenge because Journey is hard to play some of their stuff. The song Lights, we're gonna do that one, and like it's got some nice, good guitar parts in it.
Yeah, and also it's good to change a little bit the songs. A clean song or a different song becomes metal. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
It's
Do you do
very
that?
different. What?
Do you ever take a non-metal song and make it metal?
Yes, not a huge change, but I did with one Red Hot Chili Peppers song, and also with one Oasis song.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, it was great. But I can change a lot because of the drums. If the drums is like pop, if you do a metal thing without any sense, it doesn't feels right. You
Hmm.
know. But I try.
With all those challenges, people tag each other on Instagram and they say, like the clean riff challenge, and then there's the one that you did, the sombrero challenge.
Yeah,
That should
I,
be one of them.
I
Make a song metal.
yeah, I love to do that kind of things. It,
Hmm.
it came to my head to time to time, and I also have some crazy things in my head that is not possible. I can't do that, but sometimes came to my head, and I said, okay. The first time was one friend told me, you don't have balls to do this. That was the first, and I said, no, okay, let's do it. That was the dinosaur dinosaur
Which
thing.
one?
I do a Kill Switch Engage song with a dinosaur suite.
Oh, Dinosaur Suit. I don't know if I remember that one.
Wow, you have to see. You are going to laugh. Yeah,
Where did you get the dinosaur suit from?
a friend have it.
Dude,
He,
that's funny.
yeah, it's very funny, and also it's very difficult to play with that because I was playing and fighting with the head of the dinosaur. It was fun, just for fun.
Um, do you remember the first metal songs you learned on the guitar?
Yes, my first song, uh, I learned one song by Taps. Tablatures was the Four Horsemen of Metallica,
Ah.
and very good. And there is something that I hate, that is when the taps are wrong. Not in that case, but it's something that with the years, I find a lot of mistakes in the books and the things, and that was my first one. And by ear, just the main riffs, I learned how to play Symphony of Destruction of Megadeth and Smoke on the Water.
Ah.
Yes,
Classic.
yes, I have that sound in my head, and I said I have to play, and I tried, I did. So just the main riffs.
What you were saying about the tabs, I bought all those tab books for Metallica when I was young, and I studied them. And then now that I'm getting older and I'm putting the videos out, people are telling me I'm playing them wrong, and I'm like, what do you like? I didn't know. So now I'm having to go back and relearn all these songs. Like, I forget if it's Leper Messiah or Disposable Heroes. One of those. The whole thing is completely off.
Both, I think. Both.
Yeah,
You know
I can't believe it.
the bridge of Disposable Heroes?
Uh-huh.
That is completely wrong in the tabs. Makes
The
me
tabs are weird. I don't know what when I listen to that, I don't hear what they're showing on the tabs.
it doesn't make sense. Also, you know, Blackened,
Uh-huh.
the main riff, the end of the riff,
Yeah.
that thing is wrong too. And I find a lot of this. So that is when I start thinking I have to learn the songs by ear. This is all before all these programs like Guitar Pro and all the things appears, you know.
Yeah,
So
Guitar Pro is the best. I love that program.
it's great. It's great. Amazing. Makes the life easier.
Oh yeah, and it's so funny you were saying Blackened. Half of that whole book, the Justice book, is all wrong. Like Shortest Straw, half of that song's wrong. Frieden's Insanity, a lot of that part's like it's weird that they don't get that right.
I don't know why. I know there are many of them. Many of them. I have, you know, Rust in Peace of Megadeth. Wrong. This one, a lot of books of Metallica also, but you know, I don't understand why, because you are wasting money in something that you believe that is perfect, and when you start learning the guitar, that is a very bad thing, because you are doing the things wrong in the beginning. So I hate that. But well, that was my first one, the Four Horsemen.
I was looking at your page and you just posted a picture of, I think it might be all your guitars. You have like a couple acoustics. You got the Explorer, couple. Do you have two Snakebytes or a Vulture and a Snakebite?
I have both.
Yeah, you have both. Okay. What's your favorite one to play?
For much more, the Snakebite.
Really?
The sound, yeah, the sound and the comfortable of the playing much more. Yes.
What pickups do you have in the Snakebite?
In both are the headset.
Oh, do you like them?
Yeah.
I haven't tried them yet. I have a couple Explorers. I want to get a Snakebite, and people have been recommending that I get those, the headset, in one of my Explorers. But I'm thinking, to me, the headset is for the Snakebite.
Yeah. This one is the Snakebite. This is one of the best, of the most comfortable guitars I ever had for the hands. You know, also, not only the sound, it sounds great, but the you know, when you have to try it. When you have, if you have an Explorer, an Epiphone Explorer, when you try this one, let me know it, because the way of the hands, also the access of the higher frets, it's completely different. Also the tuners and the sound is great. But the other one, the Vulture, it's okay. It sounds great, but not as this one. It sounds more acid.
Sounds how?
I don't know the word in English. You know, like just for metal. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so close. The sound is so close. But the guitar is really light. You know, light, not heavy, and it sounds great. But the other one is better. It's much better for me.
How is the weight on the Snakebite?
The what?
The weight, is it very heavy or is it lighter?
No, not very heavy, but more than the other one. Is not as a Gibson Explorer, but it's okay. No, I think it's light comparing to those guitars. It's light.
Man, that thing is so cool. I love that guitar. Both of those guitars right there are so cool, but I need a Snakebite, man. That thing is so cool. When you were holding it up just now, I'm like, oh my God, it's so cool.
But I give you an advice. If you buy one, the white one, not the black, not the satin one. Believe me, I don't know why, but the sound of the white one is better. I tried the three of the three Snake, but the white one is great. It's
That's so weird. How does that happen? Because with the Explorers, those Epiphone Explorers that everyone has, I have a couple of those, and people keep telling me the white ones sound better than the black ones. And I just bought a black one, and I don't know if it's true or if it's my brain or what, but I kind of feel like the white one sounds a little bit better, has a little more sustain, it feels like. And the white one feels heavier. If you hold both, the white one feels heavier. And then I weighed them. They're the exact same, though.
I don't know,
I don't know
man.
what's going on.
I have two white guitars in my life, and they were better. I don't know if the colors do something with the wood, but it sounds better. I don't know. But I have this one. This is my best guitar. This one.
The Gibson Explorer.
The sound of this guitar, it's completely different to the others. It's much, much better. I don't know the Gibson. Some people tell me that Gibson now are not as good as in the past. This is one 1996. This one,
Ooh.
yes. And if James Hetfield tried this guitar, he's going to offer me money. Really, believe me, it's great.
So that came with the white pickguard originally, and you switched it out to black?
Yes, it came the same, what I told you before, with the 500. I don't know, 503, I think is the 503 and 496. I don't know the name of those pickups.
What's that sticker that you have under the strings?
This sticker is a hardcore band from Madrid, a friends. It calls Second Silence is the name of the band. So they are many years together, and they are very good, very good.
Yeah, it makes that guitar stand out and look different, especially the black pickguard and the sticker together.
Yes, I changed the big one. It came with a white one. So I have this one, and I decided to change because I like completely black the thing.
Is that the 81, 85 set in that one?
Yes.
And then I saw you also have a Epiphone Flying V. I've seen you play it before, but I don't know. I've never seen anybody else with that guitar. What is that?
This one it's a baritone.
Oh wow.
Yes, and it's the Rob Flying. You know Rob Flying of Machine Head.
Yes.
His signature model.
So what tuning is it in?
It depends because I'm changing all the time.
Wow, the inlays are really cool.
Yeah, now I have in I think drop A right now, and I all the time experimenting with tunes. The lowest I came with this guitar was Invisible Kid. You know that song of Saint Anger? It was I think half step lower than drop A.
Is that how Metallica plays it too?
Yes.
Holy crap! I didn't know that.
James Hetfield plays in that tune with a baritone with an I think it's an LTD Eclipse. No, Viper. And Kirk Hammett is like half step down with drop C sharp.
Whoa! Wow.
It's a combination. So it's very low. Also in the baritone, the strings are. So
I got a 7-string, and I think that thing's tuned to B. So like you're even right around that tuning. Are you a big fan of Saint Anger?
I like all the records, all the Metallica records, because they are completely different. You know, I like what it's not a real big fan of the sound. You know, of course the drums, but I like the riffs. You know, I play those riffs with my amp, and they are great. I like it. I miss the solos, yes, but it's great, I think. And also, I love when I bought that record. Comes with a DVD with all the Saint Anger songs played live in their studio. So that sound, I love it. I love it that I put that in a good equipment, in a good gear. It sounds amazing. I love that sound much better than the record.
What's your favorite song on the album?
Um, I think it's the main Saint Anger, the main riff, and I love the Sweet Ember.
Mm,
Yes.
cool, man. Well, that anyone who doesn't like Saint Anger, go listen to those ones. I need to listen to that album more because I really don't ever put it on. I have a playlist on my Spotify that has all the Metallica albums except Saint Anger. That's just not on there. But maybe I need to listen to it a little more because a lot of people actually like it. But I think people don't talk about it because they know a lot of people don't like it. So it's kind of like a secret. They like it, but only like when their door's closed.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw Metallica many times live, and when I listen only two songs from that album, Frantic and Saint Anger. And the sound live was incredible. I love it. Yeah, it's true that I miss the solos and the sound of the record maybe is completely different, but it's a different record. It's another thing. You don't have to do the same thing all the time. That is what I think. That is it's a good from time to time to change. But many people hate that record.
I know.
Some people told me, why are you playing those songs? I have to answer, I play what I want, man. But I don't understand why.
It's so funny when people do that kind of stuff. They go, "Why do you do this?" Like, I'm just doing what I want to do. Like, why you don't have to like everything I'm doing.
Yes, I agree with you. I want to do something, I do. So because we are not earning any money with this, so this is for fun and to our hobby. So why we have to listen this to somebody to tell us you don't have to? I do what I want, man. That's it.
This
As
guy
simple
came
as
on one
that.
of mine. I think it might have been the Sombrero one actually, and I was like jamming, and I forget what I was even playing, some Metallica, and he's like, "Why aren't you in a band? Let's like quit dancing in front of the camera and get in a band already." I'm like, I don't want to be in a band, dude. I like doing this. It's so fun to come home and crack a beer and play some guitar and just learn whatever I want. Play some Pantera, some Metallica. Like, it's the best.
You know, I am more happy now doing this with these covers than all my life in the bands. I put out some records and I played many concerts. And okay, that moment in the stage is
The
great.
best. The
It's the best.
best.
It's the best. But all the time before, all the preparing things, and my God, I don't miss that. But that moment, yes, it's amazing, it's awesome. But how much time is 45 minutes or 1 hour in the stage, and now I am myself alone. I don't have to argue with somebody, so I'm more happy now, really.
Yeah, people don't realize how much work and how hard it is to be in a band. You have 3 or 4 or 5 other people sometimes that you have to get your schedules right. People have jobs, people have relationships. You got to find a place to practice. It's a lot of work, and like to get everybody to agree on songwriting and shows and dates and all that stuff. It's a hassle.
I I I missed many things because of the band, and one of the reason I left the band was the work, the job, because to 4 or 5 people, hi, uh, to be in the same way and in with the same times and all the thing is very difficult, and also the work is a lot of work and the fights, and for me I don't see me in a band anymore. I feel more now. Well, you never know. I never say no. But now I feel much, much, much more happy.
I just thought about this. How cool would it be if like a bunch of all the Instagram musicians came together and we put on like a show where we played a bunch of like Metallica and Pantera and all this metal songs, and then just do it like once a year or something.
Man, that is a very good idea. Very good. That would
I
be
just
great.
thought that'd be cool. That would be really fun.
Yeah.
But we got to
want
find out
to
where
know.
we're going to do it because I'm over here in California. You're in Spain. Like, oh, actually, most of the guys I know are like in Europe. So maybe we'd have to go do it in Europe somewhere.
Yeah, came to Spain. We have a lot of party here.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, that is a good idea. Very good idea.
Maybe we're
Could
going
be
to have to
great.
put something together.
Yes, that is very good.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Um, how do you record? You have great video quality. How do you make your videos? Are you editing or are you just, how do you do that?
I'm using an interface, and now I am using my camper, for the digital sound, and I put the camper through the interface, and I recording all with GarageBand.
I see.
And then at the same time, I have the cell phone recording, and then I put the sound with the video, and that's
In
it.
GarageBand?
What?
In that is, do you do that all with GarageBand? You could do video in there too?
Yeah. No, I do the sound with GarageBand, and then I send the sound to the iMovie, and with the iMovie I put the image and the sound together.
Okay, I see.
I switch off the sound of the cell phone because and you can't hear the string noises and all the crap. So that's my way. But
Who
there is
would
a little bit bad thing because there is something with the speed of the videos. If you see my videos, from the beginning to the middle are perfect, but after the middle, my image is running faster. So I said,
Isn't that crazy?
yeah, I hate that, but I don't know any other program or any other. I don't know anything about video editing and all the things. This was my first time doing that, so it happens that.
Yeah, I guess what that is the camera, the phone camera can't record at a perfect, consistent speed, but probably your audio is getting recorded perfect over on the computer side. So when you put them together, they don't really match. But it's this weird thing that phones do. And when I do these like big collaborations where I have 4 people, they send me their videos and I mix them all together. I have a lot of problems because they start out perfect and halfway through it's off. Or like a couple people's videos work perfect and then a couple will be off. So I have to take a time stretch and you can actually like compress the video to like 99.9%, make it a tiny bit shorter and then it'll fit in. But man, that in the beginning, it was hard to figure that out.
But I think it's more a problem for the speed of the Instagram thing, more than because I have my video and I post in YouTube and it was right. The speed is right.
Oh.
So it's something from the app, I think.
You think that they're compressing it and then it gets somehow messed up there?
Yeah. Somebody told me, one friend told me that it's not at 60 frames, it less, almost 57 or something like that, something about that. So maybe it's that he told me change your video editing, and I said, okay, I don't know how to do that. I don't know anything about editing. Never. I don't know anything about that. My way of recording videos, I fix about. I saw fix about how to do that in YouTube, and I copy him. Like that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. He was the one who I got my style from. He's probably makes the best videos.
Yes. So I saw the way and also the simple, and I said I have to do this. It's not so difficult. That was the beginning, and that was my first real video to use that. The 6th of December of 2017. That
Yeah.
was
Do
my
you remember
real.
what it was?
Yeah, because I have my Instagram account since 2014, but without using a lot. And when I started posting videos, I post a few of them with the soundboarding sound, with the camera of the cell phone, and I said, this is crap. I can't sound like that. And when I saw him, I tried, and it works. As simple as that.
Yeah. He's got a good way to do it for sure.
Yeah, but the thing that is real, and I recommend this to everyone, find your sound, because I think you can sound better than me, for sure, but not the same. That is what I have. I have a sound that is maybe it's not perfect, I know, but it's my sound. I recommend that for the people to find your sound.
Yeah, that's I see it with some of the younger guys. They still haven't found their sound yet, but they'll do it. They'll find it. They just need to keep working on it.
Yes, there are many people, awesome people there. Every day I know one guy. I know one guy from Romania, has 16 years old. Is Cesato, you know him?
Oh
My
yeah, that
God,
great page.
my God, Eh, that kid plays, kicks our ass. It's amazing, yeah. So that
Yeah,
kind, that I love to find people like that. Inspires me to improve.
he's got he's got great video quality. I think he uses a GoPro. It looks good, sounds great. I mean, I can't believe he's 16. That's so funny.
Yeah, it's great.
Who are your biggest influences? Like, I don't know if you know what Mount Rushmore is, but here in the States, we have that mountain with the four presidents. And we always say, who is your Mount Rushmore of whatever, like who is your top four, you'd say, guitar
But
player influences?
people, players, the
Yes.
first the first one, my grandfather. The second one, James Hetfield, for sure. The third one, Dimebag Darrell.
Ah, hell
And the
yeah.
fourth one, yeah, John Petrucci. That's it. That's my top four.
So you're a big Dream Theater fan too?
Yes, yes. Not so. What happened with Dream Theater? I'm more simple. When I hear, I love the records, but sometimes I feel bored. Bored.
Yes.
Like I don't understand the music. It's so complex, but I love it. Yes.
What's your favorite album from them?
My favorite is Train of Thought.
Oh yeah, Train of Thought is they're heavy. That's the first one I got from them. And being a Metallica fan, that first song, "As I Am," comes on.
Yeah.
Fucking, I saw them actually like 6 months ago here. They were on tour. They came through California and they played. They have like 20 albums or something crazy. So I know maybe 5 of them. The whole concert, I knew like 3 songs. I didn't know anything they were playing, and they played "As I Am" into "Enter Sandman," and then back into "As I Am." It was so awesome.
That's great. I never saw that kind of change.
Yeah, the songs they fit together perfect too. It was really awesome.
They did something amazing in Spain, not in Madrid, but they did in Barcelona. They played Master of Puppets, full album. Yeah,
Oh, that is awesome.
from the beginning to the end.
I'm gonna have
So
to look that up online. I bet you there's some video clips of that.
yeah, I don't know if they had clips, but this many years ago. Maybe you find, but I never saw it.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting to hear Petrucci play Kirk Hammett's solos because Petrucci is like a surgeon. He's so technical, and Kirk Hammett's really loose, So like, it'd probably sound way different.
Yeah, you know what I feel? Uh, Petrucci is much better than Kirk Hammett. But the feeling of that solos, you know that it's not Kirk Hammett playing. I feel that because I hear that Master of Puppets live. So you say that, I say, okay, it's perfect playing, but well, it's not the same to play that you are playing all the nights every day, and okay, let's go to do Master of Puppets full album now, right now. Let's go learn it. It's not the same because you are not doing every day, but it's not the same. It's he has something in his feeling. It's changing all the time. It's never the same solo. So
Hmm.
I like it. I like it. That
Yeah, there's something with Kirk Hammett. Like even sometimes when he bends notes, his bends aren't perfect. They go a little too high, or maybe not high enough up to the right note. But that's what I think helps make it good. He's got like a lot of blues influence to it, so you could tell he's feeling it. Even though if it doesn't sound perfect, he's feeling it, and it makes you feel it too.
yeah, yeah. He's playing with his heart, I think, like he feels. So that is very important, I think.
I think that's really cool too. That when I asked you who your biggest four influences are, that's cool. So cool that your grandpa is number one.
Yeah, it's true. It was the first when I was a kid, the first the first person I saw playing the guitar, and he told me something very funny. When I was in bands, in a band, he told me the electric guitar killed the Spanish guitar, but in the Spanish guitar is you alone. It was true. It's true. It's you alone in a stage with nobody else. That is
Mm-hmm.
great. You don't have to. You are not in the hands of anybody. In any drums and any. So that is, and also it's more difficult. Any string noises and anything, you have to be very good to play the Spanish guitar. So that is the reason he's one of my best influence.
Man, that's really cool. Um, what kind of stuff do you want to add to your page? Anything new ideas, new things you want to start doing differently on your page?
I want to improve my a little bit my video, also my audio. I was experimenting this weekend with the audio, but I'm a little bit afraid to change that because I have my sound. Everything else, everything different things is changing the thing, and I have my sound that is very good. So more improve my video, my camera. I want to buy a GoPro or something like that.
Uh,
And I want to do a more challenge.
Dude, those are fun. I like those.
Yes, I didn't expect that you are going to do it and other ones. Really, I thought these people are going to think I'm crazy, but it was fun. Yeah,
Yeah, and it brings everybody together too. It makes the community tighter, and I mean, you're one of my favorite pages on there. So of course, when I saw that you challenged, put my name on that, I got excited, and I was like, okay, Cinco
thank
de
you, man.
Mayo's coming up. I'm gonna put my sombrero on. I'm gonna jam some Metallica, and I had fun with it, man.
That is great. There are many people amazing here. Yes, I have good friends. I call
Oh
them
yeah,
friends.
yeah. The amount, the way that you start to get to know these people through direct messages and learning about their life more, because both of us just went through a big breakup in our life. We were talking about that on there, and without the people supporting and like the drive to keep putting out good videos for people and people's awesome words, like they don't know the struggles we're all going through. I know another guy, his grandpa and his dog died in the same week, and he's like, I'm not going to be posting videos for a couple weeks, guys. And I'm like, shit. I wrote him and was talking to him, and it sucks. Like we don't, especially with our guitar pages, there's not a lot of our personal lives on there, but everybody's fighting these fights behind the scenes that nobody knows about, and the support that you get from people when you start opening up and talking, and it's so amazing.
Yeah. Well, we are human, so we have problems and struggles, and this is a very important thing. You always have a way out, and also music is always there. It's always there. It doesn't matter every problem you have music, and also it's true that there are here many people to have a lot of support, and it's great, man. They helped me a lot.
Yeah, it's great. I was with my girlfriend for 2 years, and I mean, I thought I was gonna marry this girl. Like I had my whole life planned, and then when we broke up, I'm like, holy shit! Like, what am I gonna do? Like, I had it. I knew we were gonna get married, and now we're not gonna. Like, this is crazy. And you were with your fiance for 9 years.
Yeah, I was no 4 years with
4 years.
my
Okay.
4 years. So yeah, it changed from the night to the morning like that. So you have to struggle with that. As simple as that is. It comes and well, we have a good breakup. We have a good relationship. That we have a friendship, and that is great. But it's true that everything changed. You have plans, you have all the future things, and then it's nothing like that. And in that moment, it doesn't matter the friends, the family, you feel miserable, alone. So my way to struggle with this is one of the reasons is to also the videos, I make a video every day. It's like a therapy for me. So it makes me happy, makes me keep going. And also it has my mind in another thing,
Yes.
because I work in a completely different thing. So it's great.
And your videos are they're inspiring and motivating people, and when they if you keep putting out those good videos, they're going to give you positivity. And I mean, to me, it warms my heart. And I'm not like the kind of guy who goes around getting my heart warmed by like all kinds of stuff, but it affects me in a really good way. I love it.
Thank you, man. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, it's true. When I watch the faces of the people playing, also the head banging, I said, man, I feel the same. I feel that. I feel that. That is what I feel. So I love to share that with everybody. You know, it's me. It's me. It's not acting or posing or all the things. No, I have pain in my neck. I like it. So that's it. It's
You
us.
know, when I said that 9 years, I think I might have been thinking about Toby. I think Toby was with his girl for 9 years, and they broke up just recently too. And look at him; he met somebody new through Instagram that he's already in love with. She draws awesome Metallica pictures, and they seem like they're a great couple. So when I see that, that makes me think like, okay, you know what? Better things are ahead. I'm gonna find someone who because I started the Instagram thing around the same time I got with that girl. So she didn't know me as this guitar guy as much. I was kind of more regular. I wasn't doing this shit every day. And then now I'm like, I've changed. So I got to find someone who's into this new version of Mark instead of 2 years ago Mark or whatever, like just like Toby did. Like better things are ahead.
Yeah, you are better now.
Am I?
You are better now because it's you. It's real you.
Mm-hmm.
That is what is how I feel myself. We are like this. So like it or not, that is great. And yeah, for some reason, everything happens for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
So we are
For
here.
for people starting out on Instagram now, what kind of tips could you give them? If you like things you've seen that what do you think about people starting out new or something that you wish you would have known when you started?
Well, be patient is very important, and do because you like and because you want to have fun, not because you want to have followers or you want to have success or anything like that. It's something for fun. First of all, um, another thing: never listen haters, never. And it's better not to answer. Really, don't answer. That's it.
Do you get many people talking shit or hating on your
Yeah,
profile?
yeah.
Really?
And you know why? When you have that, it's a sign that you having success. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So and many people don't have any videos, in their profiles, and they said, "Oh, this is what bad player," and I said, "What the fuck is saying this kid?" Are you sure? Something like that, but it's something that for the new people, don't listen to that. They don't deserve that.
Yeah, I agree. I've gotten a couple times I've got videos with some people didn't like them, and you know what, whatever. It's part of life. Like you said, hopefully that just means I'm doing good.
Yeah, for sure. If you had that, yeah.
What's a couple of your favorite concerts you've gone to?
Well, my one of the best, it was a Metallica concert in 2003. It was in a Pineta Stadium. That was I saw them many times live. That was the best concert, the best sound and the best concert. And also I saw them last year in New York in Uniondale. I was there, and I never was in a with the stage in the middle of the place.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw them with Volbeat, and it was great. one of the best too. And I remember one festival in 2009 that was all the metal bands I love. I went to Barcelona and I saw Metallica, Mastodon, Gojira, Lamb of God, Slipknot, Machine Head, and I don't know who else. Every my favorite bands. So that was amazing.
Dude, that sounds. When was the first time you saw Metallica?
In 1999. Here
So
in
what were
Madrid.
they? What was the new record then? Were they touring after Garage Incorporated?
Yes, it was there. It was Garage. Not the
So
best concert.
no.
No, no.
Were they playing like load and reload stuff too?
Yes, they played King Nothing, Devil's Dance,
Oh.
Fuel, Memory Remains, and I think that's it. Two of load and two of reload. But
Those are good songs.
you know, it was a little bit bored. I don't enjoy that concert. I saw them many times, amazing, but that time I don't know why they have that kind of an awesome concert and not it's okay, but not as the best. You know, they have that kind of vibe for me, I think.
Have you seen them on the new tour so far and seen the Hardwired songs live?
Yes. I saw in New York in 2017, and the start of the concert was loud with Hardwired. It was like boom, great, very good concert, and also play the song, the set list was incredible, very good, one of the best, I think. And I was scared because they are playing with different amplifiers. You know, they are now with Fractal.
Axe
Fractal.
effects.
Yes or no, but yes, they are playing with that, and I was a little bit scared because I was thinking, but you don't feel the difference. You know, if you I record with my real amp and also with Kemper, and nobody noticed. Nobody noticed in the sound the difference. So it happens the same. It sounds great, and I was a little bit thinking, oh, because maybe it's not the same. Maybe not. Well, it's amazing. I don't know how they do the text or something, but it's great.
Yeah, they got the best guys in the world that, regular people playing with the Axe effects at home. You could, like you said, it sounds digital. It sounds thinner. It doesn't have like the balls. But when I saw them twice last year, and I'm actually going to be seeing them again later this year. Their sound was awesome. It was so big, so powerful. James sounded awesome. I mean, Lars sounded awesome. Everybody sounded so good. It blew me away. I couldn't believe that they sounded. I've watched all their live videos. I've seen them through the years. I know in the 90s, 89 to like 91, 92, they were like the best. And it reminded me a little bit back of that energy.
Yes, it's great. Yeah, I think the same. It's great. The sound, also the songs. The first song is like, whoa, fast and loud. I love it.
Do you remember if they played Fight Fire with Fire or Battery when you saw them?
They played in New York. This you mean this tour?
Yes.
They played Blackened and Battery. Yes, I'm not sure right now, but Fight Fire, no, for sure. I will remember that.
When I saw them, it was about a week apart, and I thought I was probably going to see the same show, but they changed out like maybe 5 or 6 songs out of the whole set list, and they took Battery out and they put in Fight Fire with Fire, which, it's kind of a similar song, so I could see why you would switch those two out. But I couldn't believe it. When Fight Fire with Fire came on, I lost my mind.
Yeah, I know. When the concert I said you before in 2003, it starts with Fight Fire.
Oh, that's badass.
And the second one was the Four Horsemen, like that.
Oh.
I was like, my God, the best. I never saw them starting with Fight Fire anymore. Just in that concert, I never saw them, so it was great.
You know what I would really love though? Fight Fire with Fire and Battery, they don't play the intro live. They have a recording come on.
Yeah.
How good. I would love to see them play that live.
Yeah. They have in a few songs, also in the new record with the intro. And yeah, I don't know why they are doing that. Well, maybe because of the Spanish feeling in the battery or something. But I think it's more for to have more impact. You know, like when they get in, just boom. I think it's because of that. Maybe.
I was thinking they don't know how to play the intro to Fight Fire with Fire anymore, and they're just like, screw it, play the recording.
Maybe.
I've never really seen anybody play that intro right. Every time I've seen anybody do it, it doesn't sound like the record.
Yeah, and also they have a few. It's not only one guitar; it's a few of them. So it's very difficult to have that sound with only one guitar. It sounds empty.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because of that, they are not playing live.
Yeah, maybe. Outside of guitar, what's your favorite things to do?
I like fitness. You know fitness because in my way I work as a instructor in a gym and also personal trainer. So that is my other favorite things. I love to watch movies. I love anime. You know anime?
Yeah.
Yeah, video games. Yeah.
So what games do you play?
I have one here. I know that you are going to know it.
Oh yeah, Elder Scrolls, Skyrim. Yeah, my friends love that game.
Is you never play it?
No, I don't really play a lot of video games, but I do like them.
You have to. You are going to like. Believe me, because I don't like those kind of games. I more that Call of Duty and all these things. So but I played this and I became a freak. I like it.
Did you ever play Counter-Strike back in the day?
What?
Counter-Strike? You ever play that game?
Yeah. No, not now. But we have a place to go to play that game because we can't play that game at home. So I have many hours and many money wasted in that thing. Yes, I was
one of those,
the old one. You know the first one to start online. That one, not now. Now it's amazing. I think, but not the same.
Yeah, I used to do the same thing. Me and my friends would go to like this big place. They would have like 30 or 40 computers. We'd sit down there for like 3-4 hours straight with headphones, just shooting each other and eating junk food and drinking sodas and shit. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's very at that time is what was the best. Yeah, no girls, no studies, nothing. Just for friends and playing. Kill them all.
What about anime? So what kind of anime do you like?
I saw many on Netflix series, you know, and as more violent, more like. But I can remember names right now because there are a lot of things. The last I think, Attack to the Titans, I think one of them, but many of them, many. I think
Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, Dragon Ball,
that's like
but
the classic.
More as a kid. Not now.
I could see now that you mentioned that you're a personal trainer. I could see your traps.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hell yeah, dude!
Hope it's not an injury. Yes.
I love working out too. It's nice.
It's the way of life. My way of life. It's my job. Every day I go to the gym. I feel very happy to do that because before I start this, I work in an office. And I was completely depressed. It's not my thing. And when I started this 5 or 6 years ago, it's amazing, really. It's great. You also look too. You look too.
Yeah, I do some weightlifting. I used to run a lot. I haven't been running a lot, so I'm a little bit bigger than I used to be. But it's good. I'm still looking good, and I've been I always joke around, but I curl 45, so
yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's good. And also, not only the personal view, the feeling, the feel to feel right. That is, I recommend to everyone to do that. not as every day. You can do something with your body. So it's your health. It's like the doctor. Go to the gym is go to the doctor. Yeah.
And it's also the doctor for your
Boy.
brain, because if you're stressed out, if you got a lot on your mind, if you have low energy, working out gives you energy. People would never expect that, but it's crazy how much it actually affects your mind. And if you're in a dark place and you go work out, it's going to make you feel better.
Yeah, they have to try it, because if not, you can tell them, but it's not the same. You know, it's not the same. If you tell, oh, you're going to feel better, but you have to experience. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I think
really
you probably saw I think you watched the Josh Dalvikin
Yes.
podcast I did. We were talking
Yes, I saw
about
it.
that on there, and I lost 60 pounds in 3 months, about probably like almost 10 years ago, just working out and eating. I used to eat like shit. I would eat junk food like Carl's Jr. I don't know if you guys have Jack in the Box, Carl's Jr., McDonald's, all those. You have McDonald's, I'm sure, but I used to just eat crap junk food twice a day, like never worked out, and then all of a sudden just changed my whole life. Man, it made me such a happier person, having all you're just getting your blood flowing. It's great.
It's more important the food than the train to have results and to have success. Very important, the food. But also because when you do exercise, you're starting needing the healthy food. You need it because you are going to feel better, and then you don't want to go back to the garbage food. Yeah.
So do you have a clean diet? Do you eat like a pretty strict diet?
No, I don't need that, but I try to eat properly. You know, I try to eat well, but not because I need it.
What's your favorite junk food? Do you like pizza?
I prefer hamburgers. I like it also.
Yeah?
I like them all, but I prefer the
Do
other
you
one.
cook?
No, like
No, me either, man.
basic. I need to learn. Yeah.
See, I would like to learn because like we were talking about earlier, it's nice to have a nice challenge, but the amount of time to prepare, to go shopping, to cook it, to clean it, this is like hours right here every single day.
Yeah.
I'm
I know,
not putting
but
out guitar videos as much as if I'm cooking, you know?
we need to learn the basic. You know, the basic, because sometimes we go to the fast thing and it's not good. I have to improve that.
All right, man. Well, this has been a lot of fun. Anything else you want anybody to go check out? Any other messages you want to give to the people before we sign off here?
Yeah, I have a paper here. I want to say hi. I have a few names here.
Some shout outs.
I have to send kisses to Chris, Uncle Sasquatch, Cesato, Matt, Peyton, Jay, Logan, Doom, Anna, Bardo, Goose, Angel, and the 2 reasons I'm here is Marcel, Pixelba, and Toby Riff.
Dude, I like it. I love all those guys. Great pages and
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, they are good, very good people, and also I like them.
The Metallica Instagram community.
Yeah, it's true. And
In the
also,
future, I would love to have you back on, and I'm thinking once I interview everybody, all my favorite people, I want to start mixing it up have 2 guests at the same time, so we could have a conversation, me, you, and Toby.
that would be great.
That'd be fun, right?
I noticed that you had very good ideas. I'm going to steal you.
I'm constantly I have like ADD, so I'm constantly thinking, constantly writing stuff down in my notebooks, and then looking back at it, and I love thinking of ideas and then never doing them.
Well, but you have it. You never know. So if you are not going to do it, maybe I.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
All right,
Very
Kristian,
nice.
dude.
Thank you for having me here. And say hi to all the community and all the people.
The pleasure
Thank
has
you,
been
Al.
mine. I appreciate it, and dude, keep doing what you're doing because it's inspiring and good stuff, man. I love it.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks so much for watching and listening, guys. Great episode. Thank you so much to my guest, Kristian. It was a blast talking to you. Super fun guy. Can't wait to do it again. Maybe even bring in a third person for a roundtable. Remember, you can get the show iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher. Subscribe on all three. That'd be huge. Or if you don't even use any of those, go to guitarguts.com. You can get the audio or the video version there. You can support the show once again by going to guitarguts.com. At the top, there's two banners. One of them is my Amazon affiliate link that I talked about earlier. And that basically just opens up Amazon, and then I get a small kickback, and it costs you nothing extra. So save that link as your favorites or your bookmark or whatever you want to call it. And then every time you click it, it's going to automatically have my code in there. The other way to support the show is to click on the other banner, which is Iron Age Guitar Accessories. They're the guys who make those kill switches. They make custom picks. Enter GG-10 at checkout. And then that's going to enter my code, give you 10% off, and then it's a win-win for everybody. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Remember, check back every Wednesday or subscribe to the feed, and it'll automatically be delivered to you. And I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I shall see ya.